Hello, Fairmount family. It's Pastor Lindsay. I have been having a rough day, a rough few days. So I have this weird camera filter on to try to look a little more cheery. It's been rough, and that's real and that's honest. And I hope it's not been rough for you all. But I came up here to the third floor tonight after dinner, hoping to join a Zumba call, but I missed the opportunity, which is just kind of how my day is going. And so I have a call in a few minutes on Zoom, a real with people call. And so I picked up this book that I just got to try to just reset my brain a little bit so I'd be more ready for it. I pre-ordered this book based on the title alone. Wisdom from a Humble Jellyfish and Other Self-Care Rituals from Nature by Ronnie Shaw. And it just came. And if you've been watching my vlogs, there's even a jellyfish right there. I kind of like underwater creatures in particular, but all animals. It's not exactly what I thought it was going to be as a book, but it's been interesting nonetheless. Each chapter is just a few pages long, and it talks a little bit about a different animal, like a dragonfly, or a jellyfish, or spiders, or an axolotl. I do love an axolotl. Good luck Googling that, because it is very tricky to spell. But anyway, it talks a little bit about that animal, and then kind of talks about ways in which we might learn from that animal how to interact with the world or treat our own selves. So when I picked it up tonight, I picked up the chapter about the oyster. And I learned a lot of things that I didn't know about oysters and other mollusks, including that all shelled mollusks can produce a pearl. Had no idea. But at some point, humans decided that only the pearls from oysters were valuable. So there we are. Anyway, a pearl doesn't just form around a grain of sand. It's more involved than that. So a pearl forms as an immune response inside the oyster. So it could be that there's an external attack on the oyster, or there's some kind of parasite, but there's some kind of trauma that happens to the oyster. And so it starts producing this stuff that I can't pronounce, but it's spelled Nacre, nacre maybe, otherwise known as mother of pearl. And it puts a layer, and then another layer, and then another layer of this mother of pearl. And that's what forms what we know to be the pearl. And so it is healing itself by doing this. And it keeps going until a human swims along and finds the oyster and takes the pearl out and says, "Oh, look at this beautiful oyster, this pearl. I think I shall keep it." But it keeps going, and it heals the wounds with that beauty. And it just seems to me that there's a message for us, maybe just for me, but maybe for all of us, in that psychologists have done studies about how adversity helps us to create coping strategies that we can better deal with our life and adversity that comes. And I just love this image of the coping strategy being to put beauty into something, that beauty upon beauty upon beauty upon beauty is healing. I love that. And so I just kind of want to hold on to that little nugget, that little pearl of wisdom, so to speak, in my life. Because it feels like there's quite a bit of trauma we're all going through, and I don't know what's going on in your life exactly. It could be that you're trying to homeschool kids while work a full-time job. You could be going to the hospital every day to work. You might have your own life-threatening illness that has nothing to do with COVID, but it is incredibly affected by that. Or it could be that you're alone in your house and trying to deal with what that's like, to not see other people. We all have a lot on our plates right now. And so I just pray that we can keep adding beauty upon beauty upon beauty upon beauty into our lives and into the lives of others, that somehow that might help us to find healing in the midst of these trying moments. So friend, that's my prayer for myself and my family today, and also for you. May you find ways to add beauty layered in your life. We'll see you soon.